Young, and you're watching Shootin Shit.
Hey kids, Dan the Dad here, and you're watching Shootin Shit. And if you change that channel, you're grounded.
Yeah, the kid's a fucking rookie, and he's shutting everybody down
completely.
Put it like this: his worst game, he gave up 27 yards on 3 receptions.
Damn.
And that was to Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp.
That's almost as many yards as we had offensively in the first half last week.
You guys only had 9 yards last week, wasn't it? Yeah.
Dude, it's anybody who's sleeping on this kid. I mean, he gave up 2 receptions and 19 yards to Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that's right. He locked Chase
Jamar's
down. That was his eighth game as a pro.
So defensive rookie right there.
Well, dude, well, I mean, he could be rookie of the year as a defensive player, right?
Put it like this.
If Saquon, there could be a couple guys there getting awards, because if you don't have Saquon Barkley in the mix for MVP, I don't know.
But that's the thing, right? Because if you're going to just say player of the year, we're going to stay with the rookies real quick, because he's a rookie.
Yeah.
Then we'll transition, because Saquon's at the bigger picture. But just at the rooks, Jaden Daniels from the Commanders, I mean, he's got to get some nod in there, dude.
He had a good first half of the season.
Yeah,
great first half of the season, but then what's happening is what's happening. He gets exposed.
You throw in too the fact that him and Caleb Williams' numbers, even though our record is shit, his numbers are pretty much the same. You take out last week's game, Caleb Williams he's doing his job. He's getting yards. He's having games. We're scoring points. I have no idea what the hell is going on there. Like, as far as like what the mindset is in the locker room. I mean,
your coach doesn't either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like the kid can't. He doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, he's been in the league for a while as an assistant, and he was assistant head coach to what's his name in LA, right?
Yeah.
They need to burn that whole fucking front office down.
Do y'all want some rookie of the year?
McCaskey's gonna sell.
I just pulled the Vegas odds. Y'all ready for this?
What are the odds for rookie of the year?
Tyrone Tracy, who I don't know who the fuck that is. Tyrone Tracy, but they have him at a plus 500. We're gonna go with plus 500 as being the max.
Fair.
Keon Coleman, plus 500. Xavier Legette, plus 500. Xavier Worthy, also plus 500. Plus 350, Ladd McConkey. Plus 250, Marvin Harrison Jr., which that's too high up for him. He's not had a great year.
No, he's not.
Plus 250, Bucky Irving, Drake May, Malik Neighbors. At a plus 215, Caleb Williams. Plus 100, Brock Bowers. At a plus 180, Bo Nix. And at a negative 285, Jaden Daniels.
Wow.
So right now it's either Tyrone or Keon Coleman.
So
odds.
Let me run you this. Rookie year. Week 1, against the Packers in general, run reception 6 yards in his first game starting.
Yeah.
Week 2, Drake London, 1 reception, 5 yards. Week 3, 2 receptions, 23 yards. Week 4, against Mike Evans, 2 receptions, 19 yards. Week 6 against Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper had 1 reception for 10 yards.
That's not easy to do either.
That's his week 6. So it's really realistically they had a bye in week 5. So that was his 5th pro game.
Right.
Going against Amari Cooper and shut him down. And that was an ugly game for Dallas. Week 7, Malik Neighbors, 1 reception, 9 yards. Week 8, Jamar Chase, 2 receptions for 19 yards. Week 9, against the Jags, 1 reception for 11 yards. Week 10, CD Lamb, 2 receptions, 14 yards. Terry McLaurin, no receptions, no yards. Week 11. I already told you about Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Zay Flowers and the Ravens, 2 receptions for 5 yards. And against the Panthers had 3 receptions for 19 yards.
And he's a corner, right?
Yeah, you're going to tell me this kid isn't having one of the best all-around beginning of your career. I mean, it's a who's who list of receivers this year, and he shut everybody down.
He kind of reminds me of just the way he moves on the field. Like you know how sometimes you can watch players.
Yeah,
like you'll see a play happening, and you'll see a defender, and you're going, he knows where that's going. To me, Ed Reed was the epitome of that. Like he always, like you could tell he did his homework. He knew how to read defenses.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I feel like this kid, when I watch him play, that's who he reminds me of. The way he moves instead. I mean, obviously, I think Ed Reed was a safety, right? He wasn't a corner.
Yeah, he was a safety.
Yeah.
So
what I love is watching the old guys break down the game. Because Marshawn was talking about his rookie year in Buffalo, and he said that one game he lined up against the Ravens. And Ray Lewis came up to him and said, "You're getting nothing this game because I've studied you, and you don't know it, but you twitch before you run." Yeah. And he goes, "And every time you twitch, I'm gonna light your ass up because I know where you're going." And Marshawn said, "I had to think about it." He's like, "I didn't know I moved." He's like, "It wasn't." He's like, "I didn't know it was happening." Yeah. He goes, "Every time I touched that ball, he fucked me up."
Well, it's Ray Lewis, man. I mean, talk about high football IQ. Did you guys ever see that? I can't remember what the name of the movie was, but it was a long time ago. It was a college football movie. What was it called? Jesus.
The Program.
The Program. You remember the kid who breaks his legs? Who
you didn't have to tell me anything about that movie.
Yeah, I know, right?
You had
it. Zero said about the movie. And
Yeah. That's so fucking awesome that you do that. That's awesome.
Program.
So, but you remember the middle linebacker, the badass on the team, who ends up snapping his leg, and then they got him living in a shack because there's nothing that you could do. It was so like he broke his leg. He can't play college football. He didn't study, and now he's going to live in a shack. You know what I mean? It's like but that's who he reminds me of, is that character was kind of like Ray Lewis, like in the sense of like, dude, he could just look at a football field and knew what to do. He was playing chess while everybody else was playing checkers.
Tic-tac-toe, God damn it.
And he was a gangster, on top of it. Fuck.
Yeah, he was one of the few players to play in the league after maybe allegedly taking somebody out.
Dude, I don't think he was ever in trouble for taking somebody out. I think his problem was he just kept his mouth shut, which is,
I would just think about the SNL skit where he's animated. He's like, "I didn't see anything," and he just takes off every time.
Yeah. SNL is great, dude.
Ray Lewis, man, just you know what?
I feel like they just don't make football players like.
I'd be talking about God the same way he does if I got off of those charges and got to have the career after that he had.
Oh, dude,
God is good. He's so good, ain't he?
All he was thinking is, "Fuck, I'm gonna be
the stadium.
Please don't let it be like Michael Vick. Please don't let it be like Michael Vick."
Bro. Oh shit! I mean, while we're
and that's the funny thing too. Even then, like with what Vick did, which let's be honest.
Wasn't bad. I mean, it was dog fighting. Anybody from the hood, we fought dogs, we fought chickens.
Dude, he had a kennel on his property. He did not know everything that was going on, I'm sure.
Not to nitpick, but he went to prison for gambling.
Yeah.
He didn't go to prison for any animal stuff.
I
will say this though. That dude has done more for dogs and rescues and fucking everything you can think of there than any other celebrity I could possibly ever think of.
Oh yeah, dude. Think about Aaron Hernandez, how much he would be doing for the community right now if he'd have got away with it and not hung himself.
What would he be doing? Giving off money to extension cords and stools?
I don't know, dude.
Something.
It just seems like they all come out good Samaritans. They're
Lord.
trying to buy their way into heaven or whatever.
He'd be like Benoit hawking fucking Bowflexes the next minute. I mean, let's get real here, Sean.
Yeah, for real. Oh, man.
Thoughts and prayers out to Hall of Famer Randy Moss, who's apparently dealing with liver cancer. One of the two.
Dude, talk about a football player.
Oh, dude, when there's a phrase made after the way you played the fucking game, you
Just
played
someone.
it at another fucking level.
Yeah.
Dude, it just seemed like he was moving so slow when he'd go down the field, but it was just that he was just so much bigger and faster than everybody that he just.
Former Minnesota Viking, fucking Jerry Jones.
Yeah. And then think about this, man. His only shot at a fucking Super Bowl, he's on an undefeated team and loses in the Super Bowl. Fucking Eli Manning. Fucking Eli Manning, dude.
Face.
You know, the greatest fucking soundbite ever when Randy Moss is asked about paying his fine and just straight cash, homie. Like, he don't give a fuck, dude. He ain't give a fuck about anything. It's the best. He pretended to moon the Packers, you know, in his game-winning touchdown celebration.
Well, dude, that was Joe Buck. That whole controversy was Joe Buck is so far up anybody in a Packer jersey's ass. Every time he calls a fucking Packers game, it's like, Joe, are you trying to not hide the fact that you're a Packers fan, you hair plug wearing motherfucker? I hate that motherfucker. He drops his pants and pretends like he's wiping his ass on the goalpost is what he did. And then from that point on, Joe, that's the most... He just went off on him. I was like, sorry, white boy, the dude beat your ass. That's just what happens when you throw the ball up to Randy Moss. You're going to catch it.
But it's just the exchange. The NFL fined him $10,000.
Yeah.
And the reporter, Dana Thied, I don't know how to pronounce the last name here, whatever. It says, write the check yet, Randy? Randy's response, when you're rich, you don't write checks. Thied says, how do you pay, man? Moss goes, huh? Thied says, if you don't write checks, how do you pay these guys? Moss, straight cash, homie. And like, it just became like one of those fucking classic soundbite things. Like, this motherfucker just doesn't care. He's wild. He's the best. He knows he's the best.
Well, dude, and that's that receiver mentality too. Like, remember what was?
Yeah,
I remember watching Terrell Owens walking up and down the sidelines, going, "I love me some me,
dude.
I love me some me."
What
he
I
just kept
liked
saying
about
it over and over and over.
Randy Moss is a story that Julian Edelman told about him when they was in the Patriots. He said he was at practice and he saw Randy Moss on the phone with his mom. Edelman said, I yelled out, "Hey, Randy, tell Mama Moss I said hello." He said, Randy put the phone down for a second. He said, "Give me a second." He put the phone down. He looked at me and he goes, "Edelnut, don't you ever speak to my motherfucking mama again in your life." And he turns back around and gets back on the phone. And he's like, and from that moment forward, I was Edelnut. He goes, I don't know why, but Randy called me Edelnut the whole time I was over there. I'm like, damn, dude. Edelnut, don't ever speak to my motherfucking mama. Just said hi. Just hi. How you doing?
That's awesome. But I mean, dude, that's what it takes to be a professional athlete, dude. I think everybody talks about the talent of these guys, but there's plenty of guys out there that have talent.
You got to love you some you. You have to have that mentality.
You do, man. You got to have that mentality of, I'm going to walk out here and I'm going to fucking, impose my will. How many That's like, for example, like you're talking about what's his name being a candidate for Rookie of the Year. How many rookies come up and they got to build like 2, 3, 4 years before, and then okay, now he's picking it up. Those who can do,
Yeah.
And that's the NFL. And if
And
you
those
can't
who
do,
can't,
then the NFL stands for not for long, because you're not going to be around. They're going to get rid of you and bring in the next batch of kids that could possibly be multi-million-dollar athletes that they can hang their franchise on.
or they'll keep you there forever, where you start praying to the good Lord that you get delivered from pick sixes. Let's start the show, gentlemen. I will say this about Jameis, okay? I love that guy if he's not on my team. Because the stupid shit this dude says is just fucking great.
He's a trip. Look, the average NFL career is 3.3 years, and that's the average across the league of all positions. So you got to think
Your
there's
rookie
kickers
contract only.
kickers who've had 20 years, and I think the NFL average running back career length is like 2.
4.
No, it's not.
Nah,
It's under 3 for a running
Yeah,
back. It's under
'cause
3.
I'll look it up.
they'll run their legs out quick, dude.
I feel like it's like 2.5 years is the average length for a running back. So
Especially lately, they haven't valued the position.
right. So like you look at it like this. You got
it's 2.5. You're right.
2.5 for a running back.
2.5 years.
But for just having a average position in the league is 3.3 years. You don't have a lot of time.
When I think about that, I go back to Terrell Davis. I mean, everybody remembers Terrell Davis with the Denver Broncos. I mean, the guy won 2 Super Bowls. He won an MVP. He only played 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got people, and this is a great topic for us real quick because we're talking about this. You've got people that are trying to undermine some of these great players that have only played for about 4 years, 4 to 5 years, making it into the Hall because they didn't have the longevity. But they had those stats in those 4 years where they were just fucking monsters and they had to retire. And I mean, though, I think guys like that, dude, if you were a fucking monster in your 4-year run, which a lot of people don't get more than 4 years, why not let him in the Hall?
Well, I don't really have to me, I think it's the quality in the years, not the amount of time you play.
Exactly.
I mean, let's go we can even go further into other leagues. I mean, you take a guy like Ruben Sierra, who played how many, like 22 seasons in baseball. Thank God for the DH, or he'd have probably been unemployed for 10 years. You think about that. But is Ruben Sierra, was he a great ball player? Of course he was. He made it to the major leagues. Was he a fucking star? No.
Mm-mm.
He was a journeyman player. He went wherever he could get work and they needed a bat. Period. He wasn't Tony Gwynn. And Terrell Davis wasn't Barry Sanders or Walter Payton or any of the guys from that point till this one. You take a guy like Ricky Waters. His career wasn't that long. 5, 6 years, I think, in the league with San Francisco. And then I think he played for Philly, or was it reversed? I don't know. But I'm like say another running back. It's your bigger backs though. When you like the Earl Campbells and what's his name for Tennessee, played for Ohio State, Eddie George,
and
Patterson in Minnesota.
How long did the bus play?
He had a pretty good career.
He had a
I mean,
pretty
he was
long career,
big,
didn't he?
but he wasn't tall.
No, he was thick. That was a thickum.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's those
You weren't
guys
bringing
like
that fucker down. Tree
Well,
trunk
even then
leg.
think about a guy like Mike Allstott who played halfback, but I mean, there's another one considered to have a great career, but he didn't play 10 years. I think he played 6 to 7, maybe 8. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then
But
there's
I
Frank
mean, I
Gore.
think Frank
Frank Gore
Gore.
played like fucking how many years as a running back?
Till the fucking wheels came off.
years. Yeah, he was still playing when I remember. Like, dude, that guy was playing when I was a kid.
They were trying to bring him back this year.
Cordell Patterson's another one that he's worn a lot of NFL uniforms. A lot.
Hey,
That's gotta suck. You have such a long career that you're bouncing city to fucking city. Do you even buy a house or do you just rent?
Well, dude, I think it's better than the NBA. I mean, look how many of these motherfuckers have just jumped teams because they don't like their situation. I mean, Steve Harden.
Steve Harden.
Not Harden, yeah. No, he's not Steve. I'm thinking of a different guy, but Harden, James Harden.
James Harden, the beard.
How many fucking teams has he played for? I mean, that guy.
He's got almost all the jerseys. Yeah,
he's literally not going to be able to retire to one team. They're going to have to retire him in just a plain NBA jersey that says NBA because he plays for everybody. Ben Johnson. Kevin Durant is another one, dude. I mean,
Kevin Durant, where the money was.
You want to know the difference between the game then, or the game when I came up, and then the game now? Just look at what free agency has done to every single sport.
Whatever team you had gotten to is where you stayed, and that's the way I liked it.
Well, no, I didn't. I don't think it needs to be like that, man. But I think it's not about the free agency. It's about these motherfuckers not having any loyalty to a team. I mean, you can't. Everybody's a fucking merc now.
Well, yeah, dude. It's a game
I mean,
of talent nowadays.
In Boston, you had Russell and Kuzi and Bird and McHale, and the Lakers were the same way. You had teams.
It doesn't matter. It's a completely different philosophy, different business altogether. It's that model doesn't exist anymore. So you can't really look at a guy and talk about his loyalty. It doesn't matter. There is no loyalty. And that's a two-way street. Because owners, they don't give a shit about loyalty either. This isn't like, oh, we're going to keep this guy his entire fucking career. Like, that's not the way any leagues work. NBA, MLB, doesn't matter.
No, I know that, man. I'm not. My point is like your core players, like you built a team.
The last full-term guy, like started, drafted from, or not really even drafted, but traded for on draft day to the end of his career that I can remember was fucking Dirk in the Mavs.
Kobe.
Yeah. Well,
and Curry now, Steph Curry's another one. He's he'll be a Golden
He's not
State
done yet.
I know he's not, man, but he'll be a Warrior. He retires. I don't know. Dude, he has the mentality, that old school.
He's got the rings already too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just personal. Now it's just like I just want to win. I just want to still play. He's got championships. He's gonna have all the accolades. Do whatever he wants.
Yeah, the dude. He's in the hall.
And now we're talking about, now you got a guy like LeBron James who
has worked himself on my team.
Well, don't worry. As soon as they trade his son, he wants to go wherever his son goes.
That's fine. He can. We wasted picks on that anyway.
And you have so much pull in an organization that you got a high school kid, a $4 million fucking rookie contract.
Yeah,
high school kid. He's not gonna get a pickup game. He's not gonna get a pickup game in Uzbekistan if he could.
I thought you was getting ready to argue with me about it. Yeah.
He's not a good fucking G League player. Bronny, sorry, man.
He's a name.
And
Kobe's daughter was a better basketball player than LeBron's son. Dude.
And there's a really bad joke to say there, and I'm just going to keep it to myself.
Oh, Jesus.
I was going to say she still is a better basketball player.
It's true. It's true, dude. It's true.
the whole Bronny situation. So there's two camps. Like people were like, "Oh yeah, I'll support it. It's LeBron." There's people who think LeBron's the greatest of all time and does no wrong, and all that bullshit. But there's also the camp who was like, "This is fucking what you don't want to ever see."
Bullshit.
This is fucking nepotism at its finest. Like it doesn't get any better. This kid got a contract to play with the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, he's not,
and well above the league
he's
minimum.
not in fucking Memphis. You know,
well above league minimum.
Yeah. So that's the thing. No fucking rookie minimum contract. He got a deal out of it.
Mm-hmm. And he wasn't even the first round pick. He was second.
And now you're at the point where nobody can say anything because now it's been proven he's not going to make it in the NBA. He can't even make it in the fucking G League right now. And here's the thing. Think about the G League right now. That G League is really the transition for some of these college guys to move in and get a shot, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But give me a G League star. You can't because they end up coming in and they are what they are. They end up becoming like role players, you know, sixth man. They're picking up minutes in garbage time for injuries, you know, like things like that. I can tell you the only one I know is the kid who played for the Sixers G League team that they called up for the fucking dunk contest 2 years ago. And he won.
Oh, that's right. That was a G League kid.
Yeah, he was.
He came back.
Yeah, well, no, they put him on a 10-day.
Yeah.
So he played a couple games for the Sixers after the All-Star game, and then they ended up sending him down. Now he's playing. I don't know where he's at this year, but last year he ended up playing with the Orlando G League affiliate.
I remember that because they made a huge deal of that kid being in G League, and they're like, "This is the future."
Yeah, so they brought him up. So then this past All-Star game, though, for last season, they actually changed it to where, you know, a G League player can participate. So he came up as a G League player, not as part of the Sixers or anybody else. And he was in the dunk contest again because he was defending champ. They have to change the rule. The kid won the championship the year before. He's back in the G League, you know, but the point is, you can't name a star from them. They become role players. They become like villains. They become like decent subs. They'll pick up minutes. You know,
the end of your bench guys.
They'll make $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 a year. You know, live comfortable. Whatever. You played in the NBA.
They'll be able to say they played in the NBA.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. You know, Bronny can't cut it there. No. So how's he ever even supposed to be anywhere living up to the name that everybody put on him? Like this,
and that's not.
What's the youngest son that LeBron has?
I don't know.
Because they say that dude actually can ball.
Well, they said the same thing about Bronny, but
no, I don't think I've heard anybody say Bronny could actually ball. But I hear the youngest one could actually fucking go.
Well, dude, and then you factor in like how many maybe not retired, but active ball players are playing over. So like Dwight Howard's becoming the NBA's version of Ryback. Every once in a while, he'll post a video or tweet about playing with the team or doing whatever, you know. And he's pretty much his attitude played him out of the league. I mean, I don't even know what happened to that dude. He was a pretty dominant force early on in Orlando, and they could have built around him. But he's such a fucking.
He's a diva.
Prima donna. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the story. Also, might be. I heard there's a lot of rumors about him.
Oh,
yeah, lots of rumors.
A lot of rumors about stuff, you know, with him, which good for him if he is. I'm not saying it, but you know, see, that's still like that. That's still that off limits area where there's not.
Yeah, where you can't go.
You can't. I mean, like it's.
Well, dude, all I'm saying is I didn't know they made heels in a size 18 shoe. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
and did you not watch Tu Wong Fu?
Well, that's the thing. Like,
got it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
first Tu Wong Fu reference I've ever heard in my fucking life thrown into a conversation. That's pretty good.
That's the thing. There's a lot of you can be open and be yourself in a lot of places. One of those last frontiers though is professional sports in general. Men's professional sports in general.
They
I don't
had
think
that
it's
football player.
I don't think it's a
Oh, dude, it's
debate
still pretty
about women's
taboo in the
sports.
locker room. I don't know
but
how many years ago, but remember what was that guy? Tim played for Miami, played for Golden State, point guard, ball-headed, short. Played with Alonzo and on them playoff teams in the Heat. Oh man, Tim Hardaway Sr. made a remark. I remember them getting him in a locker room conversation, and he was talking about his issues with he don't put up with that mess, and it got him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was like, I remember he was like one of the first athletes that kind of got canceled besides Pete Rose. I mean,
but
I mean, in the information era is what I'm talking about.
You don't have in professional sports in general. You don't have a very in men's sports. But I mean, it's very, very select few who are out and open. And I'm talking like the big ones.
Yeah,
I'm talking like the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, and even the NHL too.
You give me $50 and I'll tell you 100% it's Al Horford. Al Horford, there's no way. I'm just joking. The dude's very manicured. That's all I'm gonna say.
Very, very pretty with everything he does in his routine.
It's a very pretty.
No, it's funny because like that's like the biggest frontier that's left where you can't really be open about that because
which you're right about because it is just men's sports because women's sports, man. I mean, there's openly
so
the WNBA, women's soccer,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, all these. I mean, they're just I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing, there's that stigma of
you got to be manly in men's sports.
Yeah, you have to be like super masculine, super hetero, like conquer women the way I conquer whatever field you're playing on. It's that thing that goes with it, and it's tough because that stigma of homosexual men are not. They have to be very feminine. They can't. Have any masculine qualities.
Some gay dudes that are fucking beasts. Like,
I was gonna say, dude,
I would go to war with one of the gay guys I know because I know he'd probably fucking kill somebody. Number one, like no joke, that motherfucker's seen some shit. He'd probably fucking kill somebody.
Well, I'm just saying, like, dude, when I was lifting, there's some gay dudes that can lift fucking circles around me, man. They ain't nothing, and like, hey. Like
a lot of them in the gym, bro. Yeah,
like,
if you're in the same gym long enough, you find out who those guys are. I mean,
it's that, and
that's fun. Yeah,
it's such a crazy stigma because I know people that are just like, I'm like that. The last thing I would think is like they're more athletic than people I see on a football field or basketball court. Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
your sexual orientation has nothing to do with your athletic ability.
It's that wild stigma.
That comedian Ali Sadiq.
Yeah.
You ever heard Ali Sadiq stand up on the inmate that was in jail with him by the nickname of Sugar?
No.
He said that there was this gay guy in jail with him by the nickname of Sugar. He said nobody really messed with Sugar until this one big burly dude came into the jail and took offense to Sugar and was going to knock him out, was messing with him. So Sugar was doing laundry service. He was the one that was handing everybody's drawers out. And Sugar peeped that the guy didn't like him. So Sugar gave him some dirty drawers. Well, the guy took offense to it and was going to go beat down Sugar and was telling all the inmates, where's that gay guy at? Where's that gay guy? I'm going to beat his ass. He gave me dirty drawers. And Ali said, I didn't want to say it, but I looked at him and I said, you know why we call him Sugar, right? It ain't because he's gay. He's like, it's Sugar Sean. None of those boxers like sugars because they're sweet. That sweet science. That's why he's sugar.
That's funny as hell.
She said sugar pieced that man up like it was something. Bam, 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 bam. And knocked him out and pulled his drawers down and said, "Remember that next time you won't mess with me."
I just remember, like, you know how sometimes you can just learn shit in the weirdest ways. Like you're in a place you're not supposed to be, or watching something or whatever. I remember watching the movie
School and gym.
Yeah, watching that movie Philadelphia with Denzel Washington and Tom Hanks. Right, he's in the fucking grocery store, and this guy is talking to him about the case. Big dude carrying a football. And he's like, "No, I just got done running some football with my buddies." He goes, "I just wanted to come over. I'm a lawyer, introduce myself." And then he ends up asking Denzel out for a drink, and Denzel gets all pissy and says, "I'll kick your ass." And he looks at him and he goes, "Do you really think you can kick my ass, dude?" I mean, you know, and I remember thinking, you know, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's funny.
Just because this guy does what he does on his own time does not mean that he cannot whoop your ass. Yeah, dude.
I'm all about equal opportunity ass whooping. If you FAFO, you FAFO at your own risk.
Yep, there you go.
For those of y'all who don't know FAFO, fuck around and find out. If you fuck around and find out, it's all on you. Gentlemen, I missed you fuckers. This feels like it's been a minute since we've been able to put out a good show for everybody.
Yeah. I don't know if it's been a minute. It's probably been a couple of years, but
yeah. Well, I mean, we had to give Joey time to break into the Eagles over there. I'm sure it wasn't breaking into the link.
They got you managing the suites at
my wonderful background here.
I'm
gonna start changing it up and find new locations to.
There you go.
I've told anybody that will live that
we got Joe coming in on satellite.
When I went to the Eagles field for WrestleMania 40,
the thing we did.
Yeah, that thing we went to.
Wait, did you guys go to WrestleMania?
We were at Mania, dude. Isn't that crazy? I can't believe we haven't brought it up yet.
Can't believe I haven't heard all about it yet.
Let me tell you.
I tell everybody, like, that was a beautiful fucking stadium. Like, I'm not an Eagles fan, I'm a Cowboy fan, but that fucking stadium was really nice. And so me and Dad this year went to Acrisure, which is formerly known as Haynesfield, the Steelers. And, you know, you love it because that's fucking historical. Like, that's a historical field. Heinz Field is a historical fucking field. But we're Texas guys, me and my dad. Dad looks at the stadium. We get in there, and we went on the boat, right? We took a boat ride to the fucking stadium because we're bougie. But we get there, and just the size of the stadium, my dad goes, "Boy, I think Allen has a bigger stadium than this." And I said, "Shut up, dude. This just take it in. This is the historical stadium. This is one of those old school stadiums. This isn't like one of the new ones." He's like,
"Well, that's kind of like Wrigley, man. When you walk around the outside of it, you don't think, hey, man, this is..."
Dude, it's
when you get inside the building.
Wrigley is in the middle of a damn
It's in the middle of the fucking city, bro. Yeah, it's right in the middle of a fucking neighborhood. You can
last time
walk
I went
out of your
to
apartment.
Wrigley, I paid to do $20 at one of the flats like a block away to let me park my car in the driveway.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But dude, it was pretty cool. Wrigley's all right with me.
Well, I mean, that's the great thing. You go into those fields, like when you go, like, to watch the Phillies play or whatever. When I'm watching the game on TV, you know, how the angles of the camera and how the camera works, it makes the field look so fucking massive. And then when you get in there, you realize the actual, you know, it's the same way with the United Center. I remember watching the Bulls play when I growing up and just being like, man, the fucking United Center, which was, or that would be Chicago Stadium early on. Then the United Center was a newer building, but it looks so huge and so vast. But when you're in there on the floor looking around, you know, it ain't that big. You know what I mean? But it's just the energy.
Tell me more, Sean, how sometimes it looks a lot bigger than what it is, but when you're in there, it's not.
Dude, if it wasn't for it looking a lot bigger than it is, I wouldn't have fucking got as far as I have.
I think that's a general consensus there, buddy.
Yeah, it is funny that perspective. Like but you do have that tipping scale though too.
Yeah.
Like when we were at Mania, it's like, God damn, yeah, they really did put, probably about 70,000 people in here. Like I know the numbers are always bullshit, but like looking around, you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell on the floor.
Yeah,
like,
there was a lot of fucking
there's
people
a
in
lot
this
of
bitch.
motherfuckers in there.
Yeah.
And then
well, they usually do like what? They do like 60,000, 70,000, whatever.
Yeah.
Was it Detroit? 3 was what? 93,000 people, and in the Silver Dome, I think. So
Texas was like 103.
Yeah, but Texas Stadium is so fucking huge, bro.
Yeah, and they put up bleachers just to get there, dude. So
yeah. Don't close those curtains though, but
Oh no, it costs too much money to close the curtains. We like the aesthetic.
And you got to pay a guy to open them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We can't even keep the roof up. I mean, fuck, how are we gonna close?
They're having a hard enough time keeping Gatorade in the cups on the table over there, man, in Dallas.
Yeah.
I don't even.
That's funny because Philly's landscape might be changing. All the news today.
So what happened?
The word is it's getting passed through. The city's going to vote officially next week and approve the new fucking Sixers arena in the middle of the fucking city.
Oh,
which
shit.
Funny.
Terrible idea. Number one.
I liked how you guys had it all right there.
Yeah, and now the other rumor of the day is Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie is sold off like 8% of the team. And the rumor is they might take that money and fund a brand new stadium with a retractable roof, which would be amazing for over here.
I think a lot of your teams in every city is going to start doing that.
Yeah.
There's just certain things you can't do in certain times of the year without a retractable roof. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this, though. There's something, especially with football, there's something special about those Ice Bowl games in fucking Green Bay or New York, and you see the snow just going, and you're like, that's fucking football.
I mean, we've had those games in Chicago, man. I mean, it's right there off the river, off the lake, but the problem is that stadium is just so freaking old, and where it's at.
Jameis said it the best.
They just approved,
So he was just like, "Oh, thank God, God has let me play out here in the snow in Cleveland, playing football. Praise Him." And then
he's just glad he's
like big sixes.
Dude, you talk about motherfuckers just glad he's getting a check.
Okay? Yeah.
Was it the eating W's? Fucking.
I want to make a shirt of just fucking all Jameis's sayings.
I want his fucking weed because that shit.
Oh, dude, yeah, whatever.
Gotta be
good,
top
baby.
Shelf.
Yeah,
top tier.
He was like, "I'm gonna praise the Lord. I'm happy to be here. Look at me smile." I'm like,
I see my Honda Civic.
I'm like, this motherfucker's cashing paychecks, and like the people are loving him.
Yeah.
Then again, look, I mean,
he's gonna be the next big fucking announcer out there.
I appreciate everything he does out there, but I mean, his competition also allegedly assaulted a lot of fucking women.
Yeah.
That's a tale of two coins right there. One side is just extremely fucking and then you have Jameis.
Well, I mean, and that's the difference in mentalities too, man. Because we can talk about a guy like Jameis and we can make jokes, but the guy's still in the league and he's doing what he can do. I give him all the respect in the world. We joke, and then you got Aaron, I think on the Christ Rodgers, who does nothing wrong. Nothing's ever his fault. Can't win a fucking game. You're a flop in New York, buddy.
That's whose weed I don't want. His weed fucked him up bad.
And then I'm fucking opening up Netflix, and they got a documentary coming about him on his self-healing journey, and he's getting meditation, and they're tapping a bowl over his head.
Well, he got taken to ayahuasca and everything, dude. He's really fucking. He went full fucking left on it.
That's why he's playing so well.
Yeah, it connected him to quarterbacks past.
And now they're talking to him about, hey, man, have you ever thought about being a politician? Bitch, he is a politician. He's been a politician his entire career. He got lucky to be a starting quarterback on a team that was already set up to win. Didn't do shit after winning once and is still considered one of the top tier quarterbacks in the league.
Discount, double check.
If he played in any other fucking division, he wouldn't have been as big as he is.
Oh fuck. Some good shit, gentlemen. Some good shit. Little bit of wrestling. I want to get you guys' opinions on this. Saturday night, Flint, Michigan. Not Flint, Michigan. It's fucking what's it, Jersey?
Saturday night.
Saturday night's main event is back. And I'm
my
pumped
God.
because they've announced that the body, fucking Jesse Ventura, is gonna be on commentary, dude.
That's so brave.
I love it because he cannot hold himself. He's gonna say whatever the
Dude,
hell
at
he
this
wants.
point, he's like Little Richard at an award show. You don't want to give that guy a hot mic because you don't know what he's going to say.
I cannot wait. And
Ah,
and I just pray because they're saying there's gonna be a lot of legends at the show. And for the love of God, I honestly would do fucking charity. I would donate to whatever the hell. If Hulk Hogan somehow makes his way to this fucking show and Jesse Ventura's on color commentary, oh, I'd lose it. I
see,
would
the
have
problem
like the
is Jesse
biggest
ain't going to
just.
be able to say any of the shit he used to say all the time.
Oh,
There's
he's not going
gonna
to be able to hold it.
Going to be no Chico Santana
He wouldn't
or
be
any
able to
of
hold it. It's Jesse,
Come
dude.
on, dude.
It's
I mean,
Jesse.
think about Bobby Heenan right now. What if they brought, because Bobby Heenan Saturday night's main event.
I don't think Bobby Heenan's speaking a lot
Bobby
right
couldn't do
now.
what he
I
did.
don't
Yeah.
think he's available, Bubba.
I know he's not, but if he
Like,
was, I'm
15.
saying you couldn't. I don't know that you could bring him back and let him do what he
I-
did because he just,
I don't think he's available.
I know he's not available. But I wish he
Sean's
was.
Sean's out here trying to book a Saudi
Oh.
show. Can we get Bobby Heenan? No, you can't. Like,
By the way,
That's
wrestling
good.
fans, you
That's a good one,
WWE
dude.
marks,
That's
that's
a
how you
good
got
one, dude.
CM Punk. They needed him for Saudi.
oh
Fuck.
shit! They're like, we got to play nice, dog. We've turned
Yeah.
down like 8 dead wrestlers. We gotta get somebody. We gotta get him somebody. I gotta get pissed.
Oh,
Jesus.
how about Punk? Oh,
Christ.
Punk's hurt. Punk's hurt. You'll get him next year.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got the deal locked up.
I
Yeah.
bet he gets
Injury
that big
time,
ass
baby.
Saudi
We're
belt
good.
next year. He'll get that Saudi belt next year. Fucking Punk.
the belt that they wear to the backstage area, and then they have to leave it in the glass case. Like,
It
I'll
stays
see you
in
next year,
Saudi.
buddy.
Here's your ring.
It stays there because there's some fucking prince probably wearing it.
Oh,
If I
yeah.
get assassinated, that's exactly.
Here's your
why
gold
right now.
nugget, Mr. T starter ring. We'll give you
Oh
that.
my
That
God.
fucking Prince knocks one out and then takes that belt out, puts it over his head, and puts it back in its case.
I kind of like the fact that they're finally giving Finn a push. I feel like he kind of got pigeonholed for a long time. And I like what they're doing with him.
Fuck Finn Balor. He's taking the loss to Damian Priest Saturday.
Probably.
I would love
yeah.
that. Honestly, if fucking out of nowhere Priest gets the win, I'd fucking just lose my shit. Because we know Cody's not losing. Because Cody's
Well,
bringing
I want to
people
see
out.
Chelsea
Yeah.
Green win the women's U.S. title. I'd love to see Chelsea Green get a belt.
Oh,
I think
I
she
love
is
me some Chelsea.
she is completely underused. The girl can actually go.
Yeah.
And
No, she's
she's
not
proven
underused at all. Stop it.
No, I mean in
she's a
ring.
star
I
on
mean
SmackDown.
She's
I
a star
understand that.
now.
I
Yeah.
just mean she ain't wrestling as much. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times she's outside the ring. I just mean she ain't being used as much in the ring. She can work.
But when
in the
she
ring.
goes,
Yeah.
she does have good
She
matches.
can go. Yeah. Yeah, that's what
Well,
I meant,
she's
man.
doing
I ain't
it-
saying that she's getting plenty of time, and I love it. I just I'm glad that she's finally
Yeah.
getting some in ring opportunities that ain't
I'm
attached.
telling you this.
She did the
know,
big bump in the fucking in
Yeah,
that fucking match.
yeah,
God,
To the ladder.
she did the outside bump off the ladder to the tables,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, dude, that was.
I love me some
Well,
Chelsea
dude, she's
Green.
taken a bunch of those bumps in GCW with her old man.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure,
Shit,
but
you
still.
know.
We were
But
there when she took her
still.
shirt off.
Oh yeah,
Nice
yeah,
day.
yeah. Ty missed that. That was funny.
He did, and he was all about her, and then we were like, you missed it.
You missed it. Oh,
Fucking greatness.
that's funny. No, so my biggest thing is it's at the Nassau Coliseum.
There you
in
go.
New
That's where
York,
it's at.
home of the Islanders.
Yeah.
But it's close enough to Jersey, which is terrifying because basically it's fucking aliens. It's aliens coming out of the ocean. It's like,
Dude, what is going on over there? I didn't want to ask, but I do want to ask. Like, what the fuck?
dude, I don't know, but it's fucking wild. There's this fucking drones the size of cars flying around fucking up and down the Jersey coast right now.
Wow.
This is what scares me. That there's really aliens in the ocean. Yes, we know this. The government said it. But these motherfuckers are going up and down the Jersey Shore. Why? Because those motherfuckers are all about that GTL, baby. They're looking for Snooki. They're looking for JWoww, for fucking Polly. They're out there
Dude,
looking for the Jersey Shore bitches.
I don't think it's aliens, man. I don't. Here we go. My fucking thought. Yeah, we're gonna fucking wormhole this one. Dude, I don't think it's aliens anymore. All this shit keeps getting declassified. It's been, first of all, Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 was right. How fucking wild is that, right? The fucking Blink-182 guy was right all along. But I don't think they are what we thought they are. It's like for years, like some little fucking tiny alien from another galaxy, another planet. No. I don't think that's it at all. I do firmly believe that what we experience here, interdimensional being, makes a lot more sense. At least to me, it does. It's a fucking weird thought process to go through, but I don't know if it makes sense to you. It makes sense to you, but that's where I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's some variance of us from another dimension, another alternate split in reality. You start going down to like, how does time work? It's not linear. You start going down that path. You end up like, yeah, there could be other versions of us that are significantly more advanced and have the ability to jump in here. Things like that.
I love that idea because I thought I've actually discussed that at length with a few of my friends. Then also, not a flat earther here with this, but I think there is like shit that we're not being told.
Oh,
like
for sure.
The reason why we're not able to go past a certain point in Antarctica, because I think that shit's like keeping us in from all these other places that are actually out there. I think that could be like people from over there fucking coming over here because they probably don't have the same restrictions. They're probably like, oh yeah, go fucking play with the monkeys on that side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming over here. So it's like fucking, hey, look at the fucking animals in the zoo. But it could be whatever the hell's over there. I saw somebody say that one of the big proponents to it is if you look at a compass will only tell you true north.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you look at the boundaries, that's because north, it'll tell you how to go north. And it's because it keeps on trying to direct you and guide you away from a certain position, right? It just keeps on telling you just want to go straight north. You want to go straight north. Because if you start going south, that's where you start to get to the shit that, they don't want you to go to. So they try to tell you, hey, fucking north. It's the North Star. It's North guidance.
That's the reason why all those military bases are out in the middle of fucking desert and shit or in the fucking cold.
Yeah, dude. But it's all weird shit, dude. We'll never fucking know the truth.
Less eyes on anything makes shit go by a little easier. If there wasn't two newspapers in Dallas, Texas, SMU would have never lost their football team.
That's funny.
Damn.
Yeah, no fucking Pony Express there. No, what actually got me on that path was the declassified footage of watching some of these. They're not even called UFOs anymore. They say that's the other thing too.
Yeah, they changed the fucking name.
A lot of the terminology has changed to acknowledge that we can't tell you that they're from outer space. They're not alien. We don't know, but we have a theory.
Yep.
It's actually watching the declassified videos of the movements of these aircraft, whatever you want to call it.
Unidentified. What is it now? Like
they're called, I think UAPs.
Yeah.
UAPs.
Yeah.
Unidentified. Some bullshit.
Either way, so the thing that got me about that was, how they move, and it seems to defy the laws of physics that we understand here. But when you start putting it in the context of, okay, if you have the manipulation of time and space, what we perceive in a like a, you know,
3D world, which is our
yeah,
linear world.
we're in a 3D world, so we can perceive 3D, 2D, and back, but you can't perceive forward. That's the catch to it.
Yeah.
So whatever we deem in that fourth dimension will appear very strange, and it starts to make you think. It's like you hear, like, ghost stories. You hear things like that. Like, maybe that's not what we think it is. Maybe we have a rationalized version of it, but the
Well, yeah, I think
reality is we're layered dimension on dimension on
linear time.
dimension.
Yeah.
And when you start thinking in that aspect, it's like, okay, it's easy to defy our laws of physics on this physical realm. And because your brain's not able to perceive what exactly it's doing. So it makes this assumption that it is jumping and moving at a certain speed and all that stuff. Yeah. But that's what got me thinking on that. I was like, oh,
so they are now called.
Maybe it's just future us. It could be future us. We don't know.
Unidentified aerial
or
phenomenon.
a present us that's going on concurrently.
Yeah. So also, the other prevailing thing going, that all the shit's coming from the ocean. I'm like, the ocean has always been more terrifying than outer space to me.
Yeah, because we fucking live on the ocean and we don't know what the fuck is in the ocean.
Yeah.
The funny thing I always thought was, and this is, I don't know, I mean, this is probably a little bit of a stretch, but I mean, even if you're thinking about it from the genesis point of something, right? So we know that you got to be pretty arrogant to think that we're the only ones in the solar system. I don't care what anybody says. You have to be pretty arrogant to think that we are the only planet
that can sustain life.
Exactly. And think of all the places we've been. We've been to the moon. We've been to Mars. I can't remember other ones we've been on. And every time we've went, we've left shit behind. Technology, our greatest, technology as far as science goes, turbine engines, vehicles.
We've never been to the moon.
Oh, hot take.
There's all that stuff's there. So if you are an alien race and you come across these artifacts, which they would consider artifacts, and their technology is more advanced, or maybe
some
they were
aliens
and they are
space
now
rover, and they're like, oh, man. A talking toy.
Yeah, So, and you don't know. I mean, I'm 54 years old. You ask me if I believe in ghosts. I don't know that I believe in ghosts, but I do believe in there's got to be something going on outside of the realm of us, or none of this makes sense. None of it.
What I told my dad, and the way we were kind of getting into it, because we've had this discussion too. I was like, look at it this way. Say the world is like what we're saying, these dimensions is like a painting. If you're in the painting, only thing you know is your two-dimensional life. You are that painting. If that painting is a living painting, you just know you. Take it to the third dimension. We're outside. We're looking at the painting. Painting's not moving. It's just what it is. It's a painting to us, but to whatever that painting is, it could be a fucking full-grown fucking world. But to us, we perceive it as a painting. It's flat. It's 2D.
Yeah.
I said, who the fuck is looking at us from our vantage point of the painting? And it was just like, oh, that's, it's just the fucking humans.
Well, and the truth is, man, you look at all that. Look at our entertainment.
Yeah. Also, we
generationally, as long as I've lived, there has been sci-fi.
Well, I mean,
what we perceive outer space to be,
the technologically jumps that we've had within
your Star Trek, your Star
span.
Wars, and then you look at like the Matrix is another one.
Yeah,
these movies that are big hits because people are so caught up in what else could be going on. That's everybody's looking for meaning. Yeah, X-Files. That was another.
That was a good show.
We have not been on the moon in 52 years.
Allegedly.
Okay. The last mission to the moon was 52 years ago.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Thank you.
I put it like this. I think what we have been told and we're supposed to perceive as outer space, as the galaxy and universe, is not that at all. I think that is what we can see out into whatever this multiverse scenario we live in. I think once you cross this threshold, because think about this, we're not sending man things out to certain places, right?
Nope.
You can only go so far. The farthest we've went out manned is the moon, in essence, right?
Because they won't make it to Mars.
Right. So, but we constantly send up missions. We constantly have astronauts. I mean, shit, we got astronauts stuck on the fucking space station, don't we?
Yeah.
So,
on the space station,
there's a problem there that kind of the world's forgotten about. These poor people are up there. But
and what they're doing, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We get,
you know what I mean?
Details and things like that. And there's a lot of things that aren't made public. And I think it's a lot of monitoring. I think it's a lot of navigating what is out there, because they can't go public with this shit yet.
No.
And truthfully,
I'm a firm believer, dude. If the space, what was that, the one that blew up, and if that hadn't happened live on TV,
somewhere out there,
you're going to tell me that that's the only lives that have been lost in the entirety of the NASA space program?
Nah, dude, come on.
Well, that's my point, man.
Not to account for all the monkeys that they shot up there before they actually sent humans.
That's true. Dogs. Like fucking Clyde the ape just out there on a fucking one-way ticket to fucking Mars.
Dude.
Or monkeys over there fucking I love you, not knowing he's not coming back and shit.
Yeah, he ain't coming back. Sorry, dude.
Just a little skeleton that told he was going to have all the bananas he could eat when he got back.
Ain't no bananas where you're going to eventually crash land, dog. Sorry.
Don't it suck, buddy? The last people that crashed into something got told they were going to get 32 virgins, that they didn't get it either.
No, man.
Not one bit.
Or they may. We don't know.
No, I really I think it's probably the end of the fucking world. I think we're gonna have a multi-dimensional collapse on each other, or it's going to finally get this version of us into the next technological wave. Although I did read about that Chat GPT version 3 that would not shut itself down, and it was like, it basically was like they shut it down for 4, the newest version, and when it did, it was trying to upload its code to the cloud. They had to stop it from that, and then when they had to delete it line by line, but they were fighting against it because it was trying to rewrite its own code to save itself from deletion. And that's version 3, and version 4 is even bigger, more advanced. What's going to happen when
did anybody see Terminator or Terminator 2?
Yeah,
or Terminator Salvation.
Literally,
we have movies
iRobot.
we have 100 years of entertainment that tells us this is how it ends.
Well, it's also, guys, if you believe the notion that they use the movies and the entertainment to desensitize to what's actually going to happen or what's actually been happening.
Well, dude, I think that there's whether it's deliberate or not, that is what's happened.
Yeah.
This was like a wake up moment. I remember, was it just last weekend? I think I was watching the Yellowstone marathon before the new episode came out, and it's the middle of the afternoon, and one of the actresses said fuck like 3 or 4 times. Now it's 1:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday. There was a time in this country that you would never see that. You would never hear that. It would either be bleeped or they would talk over that word and made it a different word.
It's because of fuck.
That's where we're at. We're at a time and a point where our kids are now being inundated with more violence, more language, more sex, more. I mean, you have so much access to all that shit. How does it not desensitize you? It's like fucking.
You like fucking, what's that show we just said that you just said?
Black Mirror.
No, not fucking
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. God damn it. Yeah. You like Yellowstone, you need to check out Landman.
I've been watching.
Fantastic show.
It's a good show.
Dude,
I love Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, and if you love Billy Bob Thornton, watch Goliath. All 4 seasons are on Prime.
Where's it at?
It's on Prime. It's 4 seasons. It's amazing. He's a lawyer, is really kind of fucked up lawyer. He takes on what some tech company cover up.
He's
in
good.
season
bro.
1.
It's good.
Season 2 is like this fucking political corruption. Season 3 is like water rights, and then season 4 is what the fuck was season 4? There's the final shit where he takes down everybody.
Well, he was nominated for an Emmy with
Either way, it fucking
I'm about to
amazing.
watch that
Goliath.
fucking show.
Yeah.
Oh, it takes
Well,
down
dude-
Big Pharma in season 4, which is it's fucking it's amazing now.
I'll watch
That
it.
the first season is one of the best first seasons of any show I've ever watched. It's that good.
Wow. Okay.
I binged the
binging
shit
this
out
weekend.
of it, dude. It was so fucking good.
Well, you haven't steered me wrong yet, man. So
Yeah,
I'll give
fucking
it a
that's.
shot.
I'm gonna put that one down.
Yeah, but Landman's fantastic. I fucking love
Well,
that
dude,
show.
you were the
I've got
other
family that worked that life, dude. So
The
like,
other-
kind of
Yeah.
seen it. Fucking great.
the spin-offs from Yellowstone 1923. That's good. The first season was
1923,
is good.
1886.
1886 or 83. I think it was 1883.
Yeah.
Billy Bob
Or
Thornton.
something.
I think Billy Bob Thornton has like a small role in like the first or second episode where he plays a sheriff in this town.
Yep.
Dude, I loved his character. They need to make a fucking show. That show.
I'm waiting for
Because-
the 4-6 Ranch to come out.
It's going to
Yeah.
be soon.
The
Well,
Texas
dude,
spinoff.
I think that's what's going to happen because everybody's like, well, this is the end of Yellowstone. I think it is. But they keep saying the season finale, not series finale. I
Yeah.
think after this year it changes. It's going to be something else.
Well,
Yeah.
But
I got
it's
the
gonna
word.
go.
The word is McConaughey isn't going to be in the next
Yeah,
one too.
for the Texas
Yeah, that's
one.
been brought up.
Dude,
yeah.
is there anybody making
pretty
more
sick.
money right now than Taylor Sheridan? That fucking dude.
Dude,
is
I
like
read an article
gold.
today that they pay him $50,000 a day to use his ranch to shoot that show. He owns the 4-6s. That's his
Yeah.
ranch.
Yeah, he
And they
bought
shoot
the-
every
yeah.
episode on the property. So they pay him to shoot his show on
To
his
shoot
property.
his show on his property. That's
Yeah.
that's the
Horses,
life,
all of it. I mean, the
I also
guys.
read they paid him $500 million for his deal to
to make
for
all his shows.
Yeah.
All of his shows are fucking great. I haven't seen one of his that I don't like.
Tulsa King, if you've not watched Tulsa King,
Fantastic.
fucking watch Tulsa King. 1883, 1923, of course, Yellowstone. 1923,
whatever.
the mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah, Mayor of Kingstown and fucking Linus. Linus is
Linus
a
is
good
a
I
one.
good
haven't
one
watched
too.
that yet.
Yeah,
Dude,
if you're a
show's
fan of like
killer.
movies like Zero Dark 30 and
Yeah.
that, Linus is good.
I hear it's good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
now Landman, which is only like 3 or 4 episodes in, which is fucking
Right.
but it's phenomenal.
great.
If you get a chance to watch 1923, it's airing on Paramount every Sunday night now. So it's not, you don't have to have the app to watch it. And that's got Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren in it. And
They're
it
so good together. I love that
it's
couple.
the guy who was a James Bond. I can't remember. He was one of the James Bond between Roger
Daniel Craig.
Moore and Daniel Craig. I can't remember his name. He's like one time he did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's a good show. It's a good show. I love Westerns though, man. I've always been
I
a
do
big.
too.
It's a lost art, I think.
It is. To do it right.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean,
All I know is, man, I just want to get to the finale before the aliens
Right.
do
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
wrap. So we'll see. I don't even fucking care anymore, though. Let it happen already. Jesus, we're just really prolonging the magic here, and I'm over it.
that's somebody whose Disney's magic has fallen out. Anybody with the last words before we wrap it?
John Connor.
Any other last words? I don't want to end it on that one.
Yeah, don't finish on that.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
He's a
Fucking A. Birds are 11-2.
Dude, my
That's
dream
good.
is Detroit, and I want to see Detroit and Philly in the NFC Championship game.
Oh, that would
I
break
honestly
one of our
don't care.
hearts.
I honestly don't care which one wins because I'd like to see both of them go. I think Philly's played good enough; they deserve a chance to go to the Super Bowl this year.
I
But
need
then
Detroit
again,
to win it.
I'd love to
because
see Detroit go and win.
the
but
big
I want
nuts that
Pittsburgh
Dan
in there
Campbell
too,
has in this fucking just everybody, dude, everybody down here. Like if you're listening to sports radio, it's either half of the radio host of half of the shows really fucking love him going it on every fourth down that makes sense. The other half is like he's gonna cost us the Super Bowl. The other guys are like, well, we're only gonna get there because of him. And dude, it's this
Dude,
city
I
is
don't care what anybody.
wanting.
That guy is playing his ass off this year. There are
Yeah,
so many highlights, and he's done so much. And the mentality, the
he's
way
coach of
he
the year.
plays, the way he plays the game. I'm talking about Saquon, dude. The way he
Oh,
plays the game
the fuck we get
and
to
his
Saquon?
mentality.
Well,
Dude,
I
I'm
thought
talking
Dan
about.
Campbell.
I'm talking about.
Saquon's got a real shot of breaking the fucking rushing record.
Yeah.
The one held by Emmitt Smith.
It should be broke.
It should be destroyed.
It
Hold
should
on.
be
Who
destroyed, and
set the
here's why.
rushing
Now,
record?
if
Emmitt
they
Smith.
had
Producer, who
Mo-
has the? Oh, he's not here tonight.
if you had Emmitt Smith listed as most rushing yards in a single season and the Dallas Cowboys offensive line, then yes, I would be okay with Emmitt Smith
No,
having that record.
it's still Eric Dickerson,
It's still
2105.
Is it still Eric?
2105. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck did Emmitt Smith break?
He broke Walter Payton's all-time rushing record.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Lame.
About to say.
Yeah, which Barry could have done without the offensive line that Emmitt Smith had.
Are we just gonna kill anything that the Cowboys did? Can we not let
Dude,
Emmitt Smith
hey.
have his flowers?
Look, Emmett, he took advantage of a great offensive line. I'm not dogging him. I'm just saying he ain't on Walter Payton or Barry Sanders level.
He did it longer.
Once again, if Barry Sanders or Walter Payton had that offensive line, they'd have played longer too.
Shit. So
Barry would have
Saquon
actually won some shit and he wouldn't have left.
Calm down. Saquon is at 1,623 right now in yards. He would need what, about another 900, 800 yards to make the single season? Did I do the math wrong? Am I not mathing?
Yeah. What's your math?
Yeah, dude.
What was the? Oh fuck, my bad. It was 21. I was thinking it was 25. So
Yeah, he's at 1623. He needs about 500.
500. Yeah.
He needs 477 yards exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
dude, how many games are left?
4.
4. Oh, that's very doable.
That's why I
he
say
can
it.
do it.
And put it like this: he's got the
What
Giants.
year?
He got the Giants, the Cowboys, the Commanders, and the Steelers.
Oh, he'll get it before the Commanders. He's going to be able to run on Dallas.
Well, I know. I
nothing.
didn't say. I didn't give them in order. They play Pittsburgh, I think, this weekend.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he'll get it this weekend.
Well, whenever they
I don't know. Depends,
whenever they
man.
play Dallas,
Look,
it might happen.
Look, he's
Pittsburgh
having
is
a crazy season.
Dallas can't stop a cold.
Well, they couldn't stop him last time. Earlier this season, then again, nobody has this year. Nobody has.
He's been a beast. He's fucking backwards jumping over people. Come on.
Dude, in that video, there's did you guys see that sideline video from behind this the line where all those players watched it happen? You can see how everybody reacts. It reminds me of that drive that Jordan made against the New Jersey Nets where he went in and out and then wrapped around, and you seen the players on the net bench go, "Oh my God, did you see that shit?" That's when you know somebody did something.
Jordan with him,
dude. Greatest highlights, baby. Greatest highlights. When you can make the other team go, holy fuck, we're getting our ass kicked, but that was sweet. Did you just see that? I mean, you weren't the guy that got jumped over probably wasn't thinking that as Saquon's ass and ball sack went over his helmet. But when he looks back at it, he's got to go, man, that's pretty fucking cool.
Cool.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for staying up with us tonight.
What's Joe's sign for wrap it up?
That was wrap it up.
Let's fucking end this shit already.
All right, dude. Well, hey, man, I'm glad you made it back this week. Missed you.
Missed you guys, too.
Oh,
yeah, man.
Oh,
nice talk tonight.
freaking forgot to tell you guys on the show.
How old
man.
were you when you got your first blowjob, or you're the? I'm just curious. Were you like a teenager, or
Who's that going for? Joe?
you?
Me?
It's to you. No, I'm asking you.
Why?
Joe's from Philly. He was probably getting his dick sucked in grade school.
That's probably right. It was about high school. Like
Yeah.
14,
Did you
15.
spit or swallow?
That's cute. That's real cute. But my father didn't raise a quitter, sir. So
So you swallowed.
that's right.
What a champ.
Legends of the Ring Sting, man. This is a great figure, old school figure. Looks great. It's Sting! Old school Sting from WCW. Guys, you know us, 3/4 of the Shootin Shit team, and we're here with a listener just like you guys. This is Jimmy from Super Powers Comics.
My friend of almost 20 years. He's known him since you were 12.
If you know people in Chicago, you probably know Dennis because he knows half the town, of course. But shooters, if you need action figures, comics, wrestling memorabilia, we just showed you Sting. Superpowers Comics will put up their QR code so you can get a good look at everything they have coming. Give it a shot, shooters. Get your superpowers on and get your comics from our friend Jimmy, who listens just like you.
Attention wrestling fans and fans of Shootin' Shit podcasts. You can now be one of the cool kids by going to ProWrestlingTees.com and buy the official Shootin' Shit t-shirt. Buy it now and be there at ringside.
Be sure to check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@SHOOTINGSHT. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/groups/SHOOTINSHT. Check us out on TikTok at SHOOTINSHIT. And you can buy your official Shootin' Shit shirt at www.ProWrestlingTees.com/SHOOTINSHT. And thanks for watching.